How about now? So stupid. Hi. No, see, I hear something over here. Hold on. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 5, 10. Okay. I don't know. Can you guys hear an echo? Can you hear sound? Okay, I'm still trying to check the things so we can have this here. Okay, yeah. Yes, you can hear me. Yes, you still can't hear me. Yes, you can hear an echo. See, I hear that. Why do I hear that? Okay, maybe I have to turn all of this one down and turn this one up. Hello? Yeah, see? Okay. So you can hear me. Can you hear an echo? No echo. Okay. See, I can hear myself on this thing up here. Okay. Hello, my loves. Well, I'm just not going to be able to see YouTube tonight. I got to turn that off. Okay, so if anybody sees anything pop, there's my Wonder Twin. You hear me? Okay. Okay. Perfection. I'm doing the thing. I was already testing. Here, let me do this so you can see better. I was testing 1, 2, 5, 10. And so I have, oh, I'm going to have to learn that. That is all kinds of backwards. But see, so you can see what I've done here. But I wanted this to go like that. Okay. So I've started. Look at here. Look at here. Does anybody know what that is? Dawn. I love you, baby. Can I say hi? Hold on. Oh, I forgot. All my things are moving. Look, here's my baby girl. I say good morning to her. Every time I come to sit over here, I give her a little. That's my peekaboo. Hello? Is this thing on? Hi, Dawn. Okay, so now I'm combobulated, guys. So I have this. Okay, so I'm sorry that I did not say hello to everyone. Let me see if I can go back because Brian, Brain, and the Pinky Tuscadero were here like 45 minutes early. Him and Charlene were holding the fort down. Hello, oh yeah, see, and then Dawn skirted up in here. Hello. Hi, Bubba. Sanita Pimp's in the house. You hook, because Sanita's doing the things. See, I'm gonna everybody keeps asking how do you do the blancho? How do you do the blancho? So Sancho said, let's do the blancho. Okay, that's where we were all muted, no sound. Thank you. Thank you, Stitches. There's my Wonder Twin. Better say hello. Lisa, Nikki, is my girl home? Okay, so there's that. So I thought I would put this, let me see if I gotta go like this when I make it little times. Hold on, I'm making it functional for us. So I'm like not in the middle. Not it in the middle. Okay, there. So now you can see me, but you can also see me. So please realize that I am watching Lelena's making a tissue box cover. The delayed chat. I'm not even on YouTube right now. So the chat that I am seeing is very delayed. Bonbon, chicka bonbon. Monica Doolittle. Hello. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart. And thank you for watching the video. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of testing this pattern. This right here, for those of you that do not know, this is called the Beautiful Things Throw. And it was a luck of the draw boggy style. We called it boggy. That's kind of where boggy style kind of was launched, because I was taking things, normal things, and making them boggy style, because I have to jax everything up. And so this right here was luck of the draw. We spun a whirly giggy spinny thingy wheel of death thing and chose a bunch of stitches and then chose a bunch of what we were calling the stabilizing stitches. I was looking for my little board that I used to make this and I couldn't find it. I had to go back and watch my own video and I wrote all the things down. So this ta 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 ta, this is the introduction to Jacks It Up Sploncho. I'm gonna show you guys. Nikki has been in the hospital since Thursday. She's still there. Dadgummit, my Nikki girl. Shiitake mushrooms. Get my girl better come on home. I need a tea for my throats. Okay, so I went back to the video so you guys don't have to go watch all that. Holy crap. And what I had chosen for this was staggered triplets, which it's the staggered granny, but of course, you know, triplets that's what Juan calls it. So that's what we call staggered triplets. Then we have the raised V, which is V's and post stitches. You know, I'm going to use that new left leg post thing. Patsy, yoki, and Tracy, hi, baby. And then we had the mixed cluster. I'm just going to call it the mixed cluster. I have seen it somewhere before, and I mentioned that in the video, but I have seen it many other places too. But it is a mixed cluster. It was a beanie that I loved. But we did that. So the mixed cluster, and then the long crisscross. Now the long crisscross, you're working over the top of a row of singles. It's really beautiful. Makes a real solid stitch. But we're gonna, and then I did a final one for kind of the border, and we did the brick stitch, aka the granny stitch. I used for the stabilizing rows, I used extended single crochets or single crochets, twins in a stitch, half double crochets, and nubblies. Okay, so those are the stitches that are in Beautiful Things. I am testing some things. See, so what I've done, I'm going to show you guys that I'm just using my own pattern to show you what I did. So I have found that for 21 to 23 inches, you really have to measure your head. It's like 60 stitches for a head circumference is usually pretty spot on. And what I use is the Mama Swift double crochet foundation, and I do 30 of them, no, 20 of them. I do 20 of them because there's 3 stitches in each. So that will tell me, that will give me 60 stitches all the way around. And so I went to my pattern, and right here where all of these granny rows are, where the granny rows stop and these raised V's start, is right where we're going to put our next space. Okay, so we're going to do a foundation stitch here. Now you could just do a row of singles if you want to, but I use Mama Swift's double crochet foundation because it gives a nice little, watch, I'll show you, watch. Where's, okay, that camera, hold on, let go that camera. Camera 1, camera 2. Let me see, oops. Where am I at? Okay, so you see the little bloops? Those are Mama Swift's little bloops. And then the stacked, the stacked triples, you're working in the single crochet, not inside the loop. So anyway, it makes there's your border that, you know, goes around your neck. Okay, so that's what I've done. It looks like a little garter. But so I made this big enough to go around my head. You don't want it to be too loose unless you want, like, you know, off the shoulder. Oh no. My thing is I might have to switch. So there's our collar, see? And we just want to keep increasing, just like the blanket. And once we get our measuring stick, and once you get wide enough here, where it's going to cover here, and we've got this kind of, what would you call this? The raglan top. It's kind of like just this section here. Then down, I'll show you, we're going to do some different thing in the corners to make it so it ponchos out. But anyway, that's all that I did. I just took out that center, and right now I'm doing these stacked. Like I said, they're the stacked. I'm trying to show you how you're working. See, you're working in the single crochet, not in the chain spaces for a staggered, that's it, staggered triplets. I got that from a book. But so anyway, I was just testing these ones in my handy dandy notebook thing here, or my handy dandy book bag. So I got this for Christmas. I got it for Christmas. Let me show you first. So I pulled these out to just do a test. These are my beautiful, they're all the browns. See all the browns and kind of the terracottas. And it's the Hirschner's Afghan yarn that I got from my Ressie. And so I got that. So this is kind of the test. So I'm going to do the staggered grandmas, the staggered triplets until this is gone. And then I'm going to go on to the next section with the next color. And I'm just going to keep doing that. You know, the stripes are going to get smaller, of course, because there's more stitches. So, and then another thing that I did is in the corners, instead of doing just 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, I did little, hold on, I'm still learning these camera angles with this stuff. Anyway, I did popcorns. I did three single crochet. I did 3 double crochet popcorns, chain 2, and then a 3 double crochet popcorn to just give it a little floof on the corner. You know, those are the corners. So that's what I'm working on right now. I've been testing that for us, and I wanted to give you stitches. Britt! I wanted to give you guys a chance to collect your things, because next week I have the Blancho. I am gonna do the one that's really, you guys are gonna watch me make this one. So, and what I've done is I have, look at this, it's as big as my head. It's as big as my head. This is an Aberdeen mini cake. I took all of my Aberdeen minis and I caked them. I opened them all up and I caked them. This sucker it's probably 12, 16 ounces. But anyway, this was all of my, the pickle jar minis from Aberdeen Wool that I got in my It's Raining Yarn, what do we call it? The what-you-call-it box, the countdown box. Okay, so It's Raining Yarn. I love this bag. It's raining yarn. And don't you love Tippy? She's ready. She's ready to go shopping. Okay. And then my kind of main color, I call it the stabilizing rose, because again, our beautiful things, my beautiful things throw, I made for luck of the draw. So I grabbed these 4. These are those, it's the superwash merino wool 3-weight, 2-weight, I can't remember, the mill-ends, but I have the regular stuff. It's called Willow. Willow. There's one in there. Daily. Willow Daily? Is it a daily? See, now I have to know. See, now I have to know. I don't want to rip this open. Yes, daily. See? So Willow Daily, and I've got it in 4 shades. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to work it, and then just as it goes, and I'm going to end with this. So if you guys have seen my last Aberdeen Wool mini, I used navy blue as the main color. So this is going to gradiate out. I spent an entire day kind of rowing out all of these colors so they kind of blended into one another. I cannot wait to see the fabric that it makes. But anyway, so here we go. So there's those. I need to put this back in here. But so this will be the little setup that I'm going to do. I'll have the little screen. I'll make it bigger so you can really watch. And it was just suggested to me that I not do like a like a red teapot atelier or something, to use my own. So as I'm showing you guys how to do it, you can then take any pattern that's from the center. I'm looking at multi-valence right now. It's on the wall and hanging on my wall next to a couple other shawls that hugs that I've received. And I can see right now where you could take out that center and make that a circular poncho. She did all the work. I mean, to make all the increases and to make it look just so, multi-valence would be a beautiful blancho. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, we did a make-along. It was a mystery make-along with Chandy over at Expression Fiber Arts. And I'm looking at that, and you take that little centerpiece out, and you could totally start it there. And that would be a beautiful blancho. But so I'm really just going to show you guys how I modified. I literally, all I did was took out the center of the blanket and just kept going, going, going. Okay. This one I did do, I did not do a row. I did the first row of grannies just all the way around because I wanted it to kind of, you know, be up like a little mock turtleneck, just a little turtleneck, not a big old thick one. But now see what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. You're going to not see my big old mug up in there, and you're going to see here what I'm doing. So a lot of the content creators have started doing this. I used to do it all the time. And I didn't have a good setup for it. And this setup, I'm a little, I did a little, you know, just trying to figure out how the lighting is going to be. And like right now, I can hear an echo. I can hear myself, and I don't know if it's coming across to you guys. What row did I start on for Sis Love? You know what I did is, again, you find a row that has about 60 stitches in it, and you start there. Do I have my pattern up here? I think it's downstairs. Let's see, let me come in closer. So for this one, I'm trying to think. I came in on the fillet rows. I'm trying to show you where I came in, how I did it. See, I came in on the fillet rows and then started in, and then these were like the Sis Love. And I was like, I am not doing all those puff stitches. So this is where I then transitioned into Sis. So this up here is like I told you, Sis Love with all the little puff stitches. And then down here, I ended up transitioning into Sis because I needed this yarn to really last. I already had to, found these last little rows of pink from my multi-valence. But does that make sense how I did that? So look at you. What I love about the Sis patterns is they do graphs as well. So all you got to do is find one that your row is what, 4 goes into 60. What you need about, was that about 15? No, that's all. Yeah, 15 stitches per side. So just look for a solid section of the pattern that has about 60 stitches in it. And then you just make your foundation to accommodate how many stitches are in that row. If it's 72 and the row before that is all fillet, you know, a fillet is a combination of a double crochet and a chain one, skip one. So that chain one, skip one, just make it a double crochet and go all the way around. Just substitute the chain one, skip one as a double crochet, and then just do a row of doubles all the way around if you need to have that setup row. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I just really wanted to do this for you guys because I've had so many people that are asking me to show them how I start off. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just testing right now. And so next Monday, get ready because I am going to do the foundation row to start using my Aberdeen. I'm going to call it a pickle cake. Thank you, Lola. All right. I hope everybody's having a wonderful start to their week. I had quite the day. As I mentioned to you guys, my company got bought out and we transitioned from Google software to Microsoft 365 software. And I had to kind of relink all of the data to the property folders. So if someone was looking for an inspection report, they could find it. And, you know, we've got inspections coming. And so I'm a little cross-eyed today. I sat in front of my desk for way too long. Hi, Donna. Welcome in, sweetheart. But yeah, so like I said, right now I'm just making sure that there's an increase. I'm making increases on each end. And I do that with this, it's a trellis section, which is the single crochet chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this one actually called for a chain 2, but I wanted it more drapey. So I did chain 3. And like I said, I'm just using my own Beautiful Things pattern to kind of test the Blancho situation so I can really show you guys how to do it. Oh, and I did a double crochet together instead of a popcorn right there. So that's okay. And this is for me. Yeah, you know what? I wasn't really at first either, KK. But then, oh, I'm going to lose my thing. Okay. So I have to know. Hold on, my iPad's about to die. I am going to have to make sure that this is charged. Okay, hold on a second. Because I have to, oops, no, I have to do this. Give me just a second, because we still have a half an hour. I want to, is it not going to let me? Yes, I need to. No, I need the front camera. There it is. Okay. We're going to lose our thing today, but I got to get that out of there. Okay. Hold, please. I'm almost there. Ooh, this thing does not want to cooperate. Okay. So let me see if I can get to the comments. I can see like 2 comments. Oh, that's no good. Let me see if, will it let me switch this way? I can see 3 comments now. Does that, I can't believe that won't let me see these comments. Yeah, it does not like mobile. Well, let me see now that I'm not streaming on this one. I hate that I cannot see any of these comments. Wow. All right. Well, again, troubleshooting for next week. So we'll know, get your stuff ready. I will tell you, this Blancho right here took me 2.5 cakes of this. Where do I got them? And like in these cakes. So that one was a yarn art. What was it called? A yarn art cake. And I thought there was about 1,000 yards. So we're looking at about 2,500 to 3,000 yards of yarn to do the Blancho. Let me get here. I really hate that I can't see your comments. And you're like right in my grill. Hi, Edna Mode. See, I'm got this thing where it was wanted to be turned. All right. Hey, I'm in here. Let's see if it'll let me do the things. Can you feel it? Wow, that is really crisp camera right there. What is happening here? What is happening there? Good night, Maria. Hi. You are right up into grill plate. All right, I can see some comments now. Holy snakes. Let me see. I want this. See, I want the, hold on. Let me. Oh, there it goes. Now I've got it. And you go over there. And you go like that. And be all up in my nose. Hi. That is really close. Okay. Sorry if I'm making anybody sick. Get rid of this. Let me bring this over here. Hold on, you're going to see the ceiling for a minute. I really hate not having, we have to find the apparatus that will work properly. There. Put you in the normal spot. Okay, let's do this one here. I need to be able to see this one. Put you there. Come and knock on my door. That's a, break. Okay. Now, I needed Scarlett O'Hara for emotional support on that one. Okay, now we're here for a few more minutes. Now I'm locked in there. Now I can see chicky chat. I hope it lets me stay on for a while though. It says I have 5% for 5 percentile. I had to smell my chimkin. Smell my chimkin's butt. Okay, there. Hi, I'm here. Sorry, I can't believe how quickly that battery died. So I know now, yeah, see, now it's climbing. When you stream, whew, it really sucks it up. All right. Yes, Sammy, I'm going to show you how next week on Monday, I'm going to show you exactly what I do. But yes, I use the foundation that Mama Swift taught us. And so on her, what would it be? Texture Cabin Throw. We did it for Marshmallow Kisses. No, that was in the round. We did it for Ripples in the Creek. The ones that were side to side. And what it is instead of a bunch of chains going all the way across, she does chain 3 and then double crochets back into the first chain. Then chains 3 and double crochets back into the first chain, and it makes little loops. And we know that each one of those loops has 3 stitches in it. So Juan did a really good tutorial showing us how to do that for texture cabin. It's texture cabin. Yeah. The ones that are side to side. And the crocodile for crocodile. Oh, a crow hoodie. That's a crow hoodie. And I said, I read crocodile. Spot. Thank you. Thank you for about the Blancho. Yeah. You know what? I can't believe someone hasn't come up with that before. Just leaving out the neck of something, you know? But that was really cool to let you guys, like, I'm going to be able to let you watch me. I was curious if it was going to be too difficult. I may put the iPad over the top. I think that, oh no, it won't hold it. That's only for telephone. It's too heavy. Hello, Tammy. Offset V. Oh yeah, I love his offset V stitch. Yeah, that's a really good one. Thank you. We're calling this a Blancho. Hold on, let me. Can you even see all of it? Oh, you can. Let me bring it down just a little bit. Yeah, I love what I love about these ones that, you know, of course, that it's just a regular blanket, is that you can wear it 2 different ways. So you can wear it like the drop top, crop top across the thing, or you can make it with the point down and do it this way too. I like both ways. It depends. It depends on what I'm wearing. If I'm wearing a pair of cute jeans and I want to show off the little rump shaker, I will wear it sideways. But if I'm wearing leggings and I want a little more coverage, I'll do side to side like this. Or, you know, point down. Point down. Yes. Donna, we're going to do that. I'm testing it right now. I'm testing it using my Beautiful Things pattern. It was just a way to, so I know how to explain it. Yes, so we'll start that next Monday night. Oh, I only have 3,000 yards of hand-dyed painted yarn left, so I'm going to use it. Yay! Yes, use it. That's what we want. In fact, I got the first installment. I'm such a bad stitch. I gotta get in touch with Mama G. I got the first installment of this year's procured yarn. So, like I said, the treat at the end of the year is going to be a minimum of 6 hanks of Mama G's yarn. 2, 3. Oh, I only want 2 there. Yeah, this kind of, I'm like trying to do my pattern, but I'm also really watching for any questions. Hi, Deb Dow. Hello, anybody that I missed. Nisi, everybody, welcome in. Anna Banana, if you're here. Twisted Sister. I apologize for not saying hello to your stitches individually because I just don't know your names individually. Cat Williams. You know what? I mean, I've done one in 3-weight yarn. This one is in a 2-weight yarn. And of course, you know, the bigger it is, the more yarn overs there are, the more puff stitches, the more yarn you're going to use. But I would say for the average, again, it really depends on what stitch you're using and what pattern you're going to use. Like this is pretty solid. You know, it's on the more solid side. This is very lacy. This is calling for a 2-weight, but I'm using an H. It's called for an E. I hooked up to an H. So we definitely want drape factor. But then again, you know, when I was looking at how how solid my pattern is, you know, with the crisscrosses and I'm going to modify it just a little bit to make it a little more airy. Going to add some more fillet stitches to just maybe, you know, because it is a poncho I'm making. But then I was like, but if I leave it real solid like this, it's going to be more of a warmer project. So we're kind of work through both of them. So, you know, yeah. Hi, Jerry. I know I love Mama G's yarn too. She put such care into it, if I can say that. Her and Rusty. I want some of Rusty's cotton too. But yeah, I really want some of Rusty's hand-painted cart that she's been playing with, that beautiful cotton. But you know what I thought of? Mandala ombre, you know, the regular mandala would be perfect for this project. And I would say you would probably need maybe four, 330 yards in each cake. So just, you know, if you guys have mandala or the mandala bonus bundles, those would all be really good, easy. And I would not suggest, unless you want something like your Nanook of the North and you need something really dense and warm, I would not do anything heavier than a 4-weight yarn with this. And again, if you're looking for something very solid and heavy, then yeah, a 4-weight yarn or a 5-weight yarn would be perfect. But I'm going for drape. This is like an accent piece. It's something to go over the top of. This is not really for warmth. This is not for warmth at all. But I did do the Luck of the Draw one. I'll bring that one over later that I did. No, that was a Ruana. It's a Ruana. It's not a poncho. But I did the Luck of the Draw, old school, you know, filet rows. And it was wonderful. So, and it was airy, but yet it was still warm. It had a lot to do with that I used superwash merino wool. Yeah. 2 bonus bundles and you'd be good to go. My tea is so good tonight. It's my last bag of Vermont maple ginger. And I'll put a little bit of the almond milk sweet cream in it. Just a little kiss to it. Well, Lola, keep going, girl. I mean, I'm going to be giving away some stuff. Yeah. Hi, Diane. I'm going to definitely be giving away some stuff. I have a bunch of Mama G Gear yarn already that I procured last year. So, oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm sorry, I can't stop sipping because it is freezing. I have my little heater going, but it's really cold here. And this room that I'm in right now, it's my bedroom. My bed's right over there. But it's on top of the garage. It's so cold in here. It'll be warm everywhere else in the house and frigid in here. It is Yarn Art Sparkle. It was a big cake, and it started with this pink and variegated out to this dark aubergine, and it's got a purple, still like the metallic cake through it, or the metallic thing through it. I tried to save my stupid yarn ball or yarn. I think they're downstairs. I tried to save the yarn balls for the labels. Words. I've got words. I need the words. My eyeballs have been hecka watering today. So I was playing with the wool. Yeah, I can't wait to play with this. This is, you guys, I can't even. This is going to be so beautiful. I just can't wait to see how it's going to work out. Her yarn smells so good. Aberdeen wool minis. You know what I did is I got my yarn swift and put it on the lowest little the holes because I have the wooden one, and I got my yarn winder. And, it was, of course, it was a little tedious. You'd only wind it about 6 times, and then that was the end of that little mini. But hi, Patsy Puente. But that's what it did. It made that beautiful mini cake. But I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to playing with the stitches. Thank you, Patsy. Yeah, this is really fun to make too. It's been really fun, just kind of pushing myself to play with. I know that I could probably write a pattern like that, but they're professionals. Their stuff is so beautiful. Red Teapot Atelier, Claudia Tassar, Claudia Ramprandt, whatever you want to call, Klein Finds. This one, Sis Homemade. I'll leave the lace shawls to them. Yeah, I mean, I still find myself kind of learning, like with the honey bunny beanie. I really wanted something unique, something that no one could say, hey, that's my beanie. Yeah, absolutely not. It's not. I've seen that done before. You probably not, but thanks for coming by. So I really took the time to find stitches that were unique, that were going to teach us how, like, I really love, and I'm so happy that Sanita and there's other people that are kind of using this little idea of this. I call it the left leg double crochet, instead of a post. And I'll tell you what, I could tell that there was a lot of yarn saved. So post work, puff stitches, they take, excuse me, they take a lot of yarn. So I was trying to, it's a one skein thing. It's a one skein thing. And so I was trying to think of ways to, get that texture work without it being such a yarn hog. And I knew that the B stitch was gone, take your money and run. It was going to be a hard one. That one was definitely going to be a little fiddly for people. And so I tried to go slow. I mean, a beanie that takes an hour, I really stayed with you to show you where those stitch placements go. And then gave you suggestions if you absolutely just can't get those, the B stitch or the left leg double crochets. If you can't get it, then it's a front post double or a 2 singles, skip 1, 2 singles. Wendy, thank you for being here for 5 months, my love. But yeah, again, you guys will notice there's always something, a story behind my patterns. There's always a story. That's where I find my inspiration. That's where I find how I name things. Like the honey bunny beanie. It's the almond stitch in the center of it reminds me of honeycomb, and then the bee stitch is in I put it in 2 different places. And so the honey bunny beanie, I'm always playing on words. And instead of, like the sunshine cap, where you would think that our people are drawn to just make it yellow. No, you focus on the stitch work. So yeah, like Be United, Unity Beanie, those are all for Hat Not Hate. They were all created because I needed to make 100 beanies. And instead of, I had already made about, at that point, when I made those 2 beanies, I think I'd made about 300, between 2 and 2. That's how I met Sanita. We were making blue hats. And so I decided to, with all of the knowledge that I had learned, from all the biggins, that I was going to go ahead and try to create a signature beanie. And that's where the wheel, I love Sunita's. Sunita is more of a spiral, where mine is like a wheel. They look very similar, but they're not. They're not the same. They're different. And there's stories behind each of our beanies, because I've had someone like, oh, Sunita's beanies look just like yours. No, they don't. Just because there's post work. Yeah, hers is more of a spiral and mine is a wheel. Like the cogs in the wheel. We have the spokes in the wheel. Not the cogs, spokes. But and the body of her beanie is always different. It's the burst of kindness has to do with the top of her beanie, and then she would substitute all kind. I remember she'd have us pick the stitch of the month. I picked a couple of them and we made beanies with the burst of kindness. I think there was one time I tried the star stitch or the marguerite. And it turned out beautiful with her burst of kindness with that spiral. But yeah, so Unity, Be United. Always Be United has the nubbly, and Unity Beanie has the surface drop double. It has a drop double. That again, it looks like post work, but you're working on the surface. You're working in front loops. So I just really like to create things that, not witty. That's not what I'm looking for. I can't get the word. I've been having to keeping the counts right. My G, so I hooked up to a K. Is that okay? Well, the difference between a G and a K is going to make that mosaic very, I don't want to say messy, but the stitches are going to be very loose and drapey, where a mosaic is really needing that stability. I'm not a mosaic queen. So, I mean, I've only done a couple mosaics, and I know the hook size is very important. Hey, Lex. Yeah, so, yeah, you are definitely going to get rippling, and it's going to eat up the yarn. Going from a G to a K? You have to have me keeping counts right. I'd say instead of hooking up for counts, I would definitely say stitch macas for that one. Yeah, it's going to make it super drapey, super, it's going to loosen it up. You're definitely going to be able to see with that much of a drastic change. Oh, darn it, honey. I don't think that's going to work. But yeah, I would definitely use stitch macas. So as you're coming out of your corners, that's, I keep saying it, 99.9% of mistakes that go wrong are at the first stitch or the last stitch, because it's all that anatomy. So get your stitch markers in there. Yeah. I know people that use stitch markers all through, like the whole row is stitch markers. If you got to, or just really get in there and you've got to really decipher the anatomy of your stitches and know if, and like I said, like the counting. Every 10. Okay, then you might be adding a stitch there. When you came out of your row, you may have added a stitch. You're going into your turning chain instead of your actual stitch. That's the only thing I can think, Jazzy girl. Oh, yeah, that's another one directly below the stitch. And sometimes I noticed I would accidentally hit the stitch next to it. It sticks out like a sore thumb when you do it too, because it makes the stitches angle wrong. Yeah, see, I'm still very new to mosaic. I've only done a little bit of it. Yeah, usually the first and last stitch is a full single, not in the back loop. Is that because you're usually working in the loops, right? In the back loop. Yeah, to see that one got me the first time I did it. Less than the recommended. Okay, so mosaic, you hook down. Okay. Mm-hmm. I always add one at the end of the row. I'll go into the chain instead of the stitch, and I'm like, is that a stitch? It looks like a stitch, but you your stitches are kind of in to the right of the post. Whereas if you flip the work and you work on the back side of the work, the stitch is on the left side of the post. Yeah, and working in the DC below. I got you. I read typo. And the double below. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like mosaic is that one that you really have to pay attention. Like you cannot be distracted. You can't be watching nothing. You've got to really be watching your pattern. I think that's what the turn off. It's not really a turn off because it's beautiful. I absolutely loved working on that the what was it? The simple mosaic something that we were working on. And I was able to get through one full section, but as soon as it went into the repeat and she stopped showing us, I I kept losing my place. You know, Sammy, if you're interested, I know Mama Swift had offered if anybody was needing help that we have a Zoom room that we've had for I don't know 6 years now. And if people need help, that you can email her and request access and say that you would like to come in and get some help on your mosaic. Now, I know that there are some mosaic queens that come to Zoom. My Sandra from Scandalous, she comes in and she like kills the mosaic. Amy comes in, and I know if we ask them, we have a little chat that we can be like, hey, mosaic stitches, get in here. We can get you some help. Yeah, right. It's shouting at me too. Oh, that, yep. See, Mama Swift, absolutely. And it's Mama Swift 3. And look at the MOMMA Swift 3. You can put your email address there if you want, sweetheart. The number 3 at gmail.com. And if you emailed me, I would forward it to her. I'm her admin everywhere anyway. So, but I would never, she is the only one that gives out access to her Zoom room. But we go in during the day. There's a nighttime crew too. That we're the Zoom aunties. That's what I've always called us. We were the Zoom aunties. And that was when my Quinn baby was born, because we used to come in and get in here. The Zoom aunties need to come on. Get in here. Quinn's here. So we're the Zoom aunties, but we will help. We will help. Yeah, I think that Bubba, Brian is really good with mosaic too. Mm-hmm. See, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I mean, the first time you got in a car, were you able to just go and be good? We have to practice. You have to learn. I know I don't have the attention span for mosaic right now. Not with all the things I want to make for you stitches. You wanting all the blanchos and stuff. But yeah, for those of you that wanted, I'm trying to make you wait till next Monday. But like I said, I started with 60 stitches, which would be 20 of Mama Swift's double crochet foundation. And then I started with my stacked triplets, and I did 3 single crochets in between each puff. It's almost like there's a little single crochet there that you can pull the little stitch. And so I did that. And so there are 20 of the granny clusters. And then what I did is you come around and every 5, so in the very first one you do your corner, which a normal corner is 2 double crochets on this, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, some people do two chains there. For this, we're doing 1 chain. And then you do 5 clusters, then a corner, 5 clusters, and then a corner, 5 clusters, and then a corner. Okay. There it is. I was like, should put it up there for you, baby girl. It's just more streamlined. You don't have to wait for me. But anyway, so I did that. And then, you know, you just mark your corners and you work the blanket like it doesn't even know that those stitches are missing. But you're special. You are special to me. You are. All right. Yeah, see, I brought Scarlett O'Henra with me today because I needed emotional support. Yeah, it's been one heck of a day. And then trying to get this, I want to get this ready for you. So now you guys can be ready for Monday. So next Monday we'll do that. This, I don't know. The Boggy unboxings are all over the place right now. She's taken up on Sundays in the afternoon as well now. I know we're like almost to 3,000 blankets. The last one I totally didn't even know we were on a Sunday, so I missed half of it. My blankets have been lost in the mail. It says they were picked up on the 13th, and it still says they're here waiting to be picked up. Thank goodness, Brian's blanket made it to her, but my 10 blankets and an order with a chimpkin and a ball sack, no, they're just sitting in the black hole of doom. But I think what I'm going to do is I have something that needs to be delivered. I got a new label maker, and so it's bigger. Hopefully now dude can read it. And I'm going to say something to him and be like, hey, I noticed that you were having problems scanning those packages. Where are they? Because that is 20, 40, 60, almost $75 in shipping. And then the blankets are missing. I'm be like, if you couldn't scan them, why'd you take them? But for the most part, he's a good guy. Oh, spring. I don't know. I wish. Spring is in the air. Although I am a winter girl. I love a fire. I love to be warm. Yep. Perfect. That's fine, Jazzy. Because then if I know you're coming in, I'll pop in too. I know my Deb Dow, get in here. They holler at me. All we ask is what we talk about in Zoom stays in Zoom. Please allow the people that come in there to just be who they are and don't discuss what we discuss there. That's the only thing. You break that rule, you're gone. We will revoke. Your multi-pass will be revoked. You shall not pass. Corbin Dallas. All right, is it time? Oh my gosh, it's already 8 o'clock. Okay, I am going to go eat my sandwich because I didn't get to eat my sandwich before I came up here. Scarlett O'Henra says, cluck, cluck. Mick Cluckerton. I originally, Brian, the printer was a 3x5, and now I've got a 4x6. Thermal, little thermal. Hi, Grandpa and Grandma. But yeah, so I brought in, this is Scarlett O'Henra. Rhett Beekler's downstairs, but I needed her today. I needed her love and affection. Oh yeah, very laid back. You don't have to mute your camera unless unless you've got, or mute your thing, your microphone, unless we just ask turn your TV down because it's very distracting. But yeah, we just sit. It's like a bunch of people meeting up at the coffee shop to crochet together, or knit, or tat, or diamond paint, or cook. I cook. I work. Work. While y'all are sitting there, I'm working, and it's so funny because I'm doing this, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm looking at the 3 different screens with all the information." Hi, Moon Rose. But there's dun dun dun, dun scandalous, dun 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 dun, dun scandalous, dun dun dun. See, that's our mosaic queen right there. She'll learn you. She'll learn you. That's okay. I know what you meant. I know what you meant, Moon Rose. Or were you talking to Jazzy? Because there is Jazz. Sammy Jazz, but I call her Jazzy. Oh, yeah, lost my needle. It was stuck in my phone. I've been looking for mine for a month of Sundays and 12 days. And, I flung it again. Crap. It's that little yellow. Oh, hold on. Danger, Will Robinson. I have been looking for this dog right here. These are my favorite darning needle, or like sewing them ends. They're the Susan Bates. This is my last one, and I couldn't find it. These are really, really good when your ends are small. I love those. I need to get some more of them. They're like $8. I know, right, Sandra? I used to go to Zoom every morning, and we'd have coffee, and I've just gotten so busy that it's half the time that I'm getting calls, and I'm hoping it settles down. I'm hoping I start doing some traveling, because if I start doing some traveling. Oh, you mean we have an inspection in San Diego? Oh, you're putting me up at what Airbnb? Mama Swift, check us in. Oh, you need me to run to Florida? Oh, we'll be in Daytona. Couché. My boss already said you travel on a Friday. You don't got to be back till Monday. I'm dipping. I'm not taking advantage. I'm not stealing. I'm dipping. Yes, Amazon has them. Mm-hmm. That's where I found them the last time. Was on Amazon. Right. I can't wait. I have to go get that stupid enhanced ID. I got to go get the enhanced ID, and then I can travel again. Because I don't have a passport. Hi, Gail. By the way, hi. But all right, so I'm gonna go. Get your stuff together. And again, I'm just gonna show you. It will never be taken down. You'll be able to come back and watch it. And then every Monday, I'm gonna be working on it. So if you miss anything, Mondays we'll be working on the Blancho indefinitely until it's done. We'll throw a little mindful. We'll throw little whipping stuff. But for the most part, Monday nights, I'm going to have my overhead camera, and we're going to be stitching. And I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be making this Blancho. Sound good? All right. So Thursdays is luck of the draw, 7 a.m. We'll get week number 4. Oh, I got a mind telepathy. I've been wrong on every single one this week or this session. I'm gonna say 4. Whoa, oh. I'm predicting number 4. All right, Miss Gail. Yeah, you know what? I think she'll get you. She'll get you. Oh, Rose Mooncraft. Sorry. Hold on. You did ask me something, huh? I get this. Lelena, do I get stuff stuck in your head? So funny. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Okay, I think I got it all. I was looking for, I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go have a roast beef sandwich with a little bit of horseradish. Ooh, I've gone to spam. Uh-oh. I thought you were saying with spam musubi. I love spam. I'm sorry, but I love a good fried spam with rice and the hoisin. It's a spam musubi bowl. And I put usually some veggies in there. So good. I know it's so bad, but I get the low sodium one. Oh, talking about low sodium, I can already feel it. My hands are already swole. My honey found me some dill pickle sunflower seeds. I may have eaten half the bag. I can feel it. My hands are like, girl, you almost 52 years old. Oh my gosh, next week. You cannot be eating salt like that. I can't even believe what this year has gone by so fast. I feel like I was just telling you, Stitches, I'm 50. No, no. I love spam. Spam with green beans, spam with tofu and rice. Oh yeah. I loved even to make. I do the spam fresh rolls because this stitch here I don't have shrimps as much as I would like to have shrimps because I'd make the jumbo shrimps, the shrimp scampi, and the shrimp tofu. Yeah, there's that tofu word again. But I like to take the fresh rolls, the sticky ones that you get at Thai when you get Thai food, and I do that, and I'll put the rice and the noodle and the lettuce and if I have it, my Thai basil or my mint, and then I put spam in that stitch. And to make homemade peanut sauce. I do love the fish oil sauce too, but I love a good peanut sauce. I do see. I do cook a lot of Asian food. I can throw down in a Hispanic kitchen too. In fact, I got some lard down there right now because I need to make some more tamales. I love that we make the spam musubi bowls. We deconstruct them. I'll crunch up the nori snack, for the little crunchy with the little, or for furikake if I have that. Oh yeah, with spam. Love it. We do. We make musubi a lot. And for those that don't know what spam musubi is, you do a thin slice of fried spam on top of rice like a nigiri. It's like sushi. You have the little ball of rice and the spam goes over the top of it. And they wrap a little piece of the seaweed around it, and then it has the plum sauce, which is hoisin. They put a little hoisin on it, and then you can dip it and do the things. So good. Spam musubi. 20? No way. You're not. Yeah. Oh, but I still feel like, all this gray that's coming in, I'm all, who you girl with this dark hair? What is this? What is this dark? What is this? This is no. My hair came in so dark. I was like, Mom, my hair used to be like auburn light brown. it would get so light during the summertime. And now it's like coming in dark with this gunmetal gray. And it's so funny when the gray starts coming in, it's like it makes you look bald. I was like, I am not bald. There is a lot. This is all just the little baby hairs. It's not even bangs. It's not even the bangs. The bangs are all pulled back. But yeah. Anyway, oh, I said I was going. I am going. We didn't do any sexy phones today. Shall we do at least just one old sexy phone? And then we'll go? We did. Somebody's celebrating a membership right now. Here it is. Let's get up and dance. That's so funny. Let me throw some little salsa in there. But okay, I'm really going now. I love you guys. Oh, miso. Yeah, I just used the last of my miso. I gotta get some more. Gotta go to H Mart. I love you guys. See you on Thursday night at 6 p.m. at Mama Swift's house. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna stitch in after dark. Love you guys. Bye. Bye. Make beautiful things.